Welcome to Silly Pineapple Studio. In this episode, I'm going to be explaining the basic tools and supplies you'll need for paper crafting, whether you're card making or scrapbooking. So this applies to both of those hobbies. To get started, some basic tools that you're going to need. Start off with this guy. Paper trimmer will be your best friend. It means that you can cut straight lines straight. Pretty great. Invest in a good one. This one isn't a great one, but it has lasted well. You will also need some scissors, pencil, a really good pen. So not your little cheap clicky pen or whatever. This is a really nice felt tip pen. Can't see the name brand. Alright. But invest in some good pens because it'll save you a lot of hassle down the road. An adhesive of some kind. I love double stick tape. That's kind of what I've always used. There's other like tape runners and stuff that work great as well. I've kind of taken to using those some too. You will also want a black ink pad. Goes with everything. Also, if you want to also do some colored ink pads, they do make a lot of those. Those are fun. I will show you how to use them at some point. This is colored ink pad, or if you don't want to commit to one color, they also make stacks of them. Ta-da! In a bunch of different colors. So, those are kind of some of the basic tools you'll need. As far as paper goes, you need paper for paper crafting, go figure. So, start with white cardstock because it goes with everything, and it's a good base for cards as well, just like that. White cardstock, the two common sizes are 8.5 by 11, just letter size, as well as 12 by 12. This is 12 by 12. It is 12 inches by 12 inches. There's also a size called 8 by 8, which can be good if you're only making cards or planning to do really small scrapbooks. You can do that too. Not as common a size. You won't find as many different choices there. So now you need some colored cardstock. Cardstock's just a little bit thicker than paper, so it's nice for backgrounds. You can buy it by the sheet, which is great if you're looking for a specific color, or if you were looking to get your collection started, I would recommend a pad of cardstock. They are fairly inexpensive. You can get all this stuff at any craft store, and it'll give you a ton of different colors to get your collection started, and they have a lot of different options for that. So that's your cardstock, so you've got your base. Now you need some patterned paper to kind of liven things up a bit. Just like the cardstock, this can be purchased either separately as individual sheets. This can be a little bit expensive. I'm going to stop right here and talk about budget. Paper crafting can be as expensive or inexpensive as you want it to be. I tend to be on the inexpensive side of things because I don't have a lot of money to spend on this. So, you can buy sheets individually if there's a very particular piece of paper you want. A better way to start your collection, they make a lot of pattern paper pads now. There are some great advantages to these. First of all, it'll build your collection of pattern paper very quickly, and they will all coordinate. So this particular deck has two different groups, but all those papers coordinate together, which makes it really easy when you're just starting out. This one, I've already used a lot of the paper, so it's not as thick. Some of them are even thicker. I mean, you can get a big fat stack. There's a couple brands that do really big stacks of pattern paper that you can purchase, so that's pretty easy. Also, you will need, especially if you hate your handwriting, like I do, you will want some letters to express what you want to say. I've got some basic alphabet. These are all stickers. These are kind of some three-dimensional chipboard stickers. But you will need some of those. And then some optional supplies. These are punches. They can be a little bit expensive, but they really pay off eventually because you can obviously punch them over and over and over again. So kind of a great value. Also, since you now have ink, you might want some stamps. There are a couple different kinds. We can go into that eventually. The cheaper kind, so when you're just getting started, acrylic stamps are great. They're a little harder to use than the rubber ones, but they are a great value. So these are some rubber acrylic stamps. See, they're just plastic stamps. So that's really what you're going to need to get started. You can find most of this stuff at any of your local craft stores. Your big box craft stores will have a lot of it. And then sometimes if you happen to be in an area where there's like an Archivers, Archivers is specifically dedicated to scrapbooking. It's a national chain, so they've got some stores all across the Midwest and parts of the U.S. Then you've got your big box craft stores again. Even Joann Fabrics is going to have papercrafting stuff now. And then there's also your little local stores if you're lucky enough to have one of those. So, I hope you'll join me again next time for a look at maybe a basic project. I'm actually not sure yet. So, stay tuned. And I almost forgot. I'm back again. Ribbon is also a great starter supply. Also some other, we call them embellishments, so little details that you add on top of things. Here's some stickers. Stickers are easy because you don't need any other adhesive. They just stick on. And then chipboard, which these are just little flowers that you could cover with paper or do other cool stuff with. Also, if you're going to be scrapbooking rather than card making, you're going to need a scrapbook album. So choose a size. 12 by 12 is, I think we talked a little bit about this with the cardstock, but is by far the most popular size for scrapbooking from what I've seen. So there's also, again, 8 by 8 and 8.5 by 11, but I would definitely recommend 12 by 12 to get started. Also, if you're card making, you're going to need envelopes. I usually make my cards myself, but you can buy bulk envelopes. The best place to get them would really be Amazon or a print shop because you can get a big box for not a lot of money, whereas sometimes craft stores will sell you the cards and envelopes and sell them in this little pack, and it would be more efficient to go to Hallmark and just buy cards. So anyway, buy envelopes in bulk. It's the best way to go. Also, some craft stores will have some bulk envelopes too. So that should be all now.